Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is literally reshaping the way we think about game day. We're unpacking a revolutionary new digital platform. Think of it as the operating system for Florida sports commerce. Now, if you've ever been to a major game, you already know the vibe, right? The crowd, the electric energy. But what if we could actually capture all of that physical energy and translate it into a completely transparent, monetizable digital economy? Well, let's take a closer look at exactly how this works.
The whole ecosystem we're looking at today is built on one simple, absolutely crucial premise: turn attention into revenue. Just think about it for a second. Every single stadium environment naturally creates this massive, swirling marketplace of foot traffic, spending, and digital engagement. But historically, a huge chunk of that economic energy just kind of dissipates into the air the minute the tailgate wraps up. This new platform changes that entirely. It gives all that raw excitement a profitable place to land.
So we really need to contrast the old reality, where all that localized attention goes totally uncaptured, with this new, highly structured digital marketplace. The source material actually describes this perfectly as ESPN meets Eventbrite, but with a fintech and gig economy twist. It takes those thousands of people driving around looking for parking, buying overpriced hot dogs, and posting on their phones, and connects them into one seamless digital grid. So suddenly, all that pregame chaos? It isn't just noise anymore. It becomes a measurable, monetizable asset.
Okay, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the attention economy, move into exploring the ecosystem, break down the user personas, look under the hood at the marketplace engine, check out the sound money treasury, and finally wrap up with how everyone participates.
Starting with Section 1, the attention economy, and how every stadium creates a marketplace.
Let's look at the raw ingredients here. Every game generates these immense localized spikes. We're talking massive traffic and ride demand, huge bumps in local food and business spending, hyper-intense advertising visibility, and just nonstop digital engagement from fans glued to their phones. The ultimate goal of this platform is to take all that chaotic, fragmented activity and organize it into structured streams of revenue. So instead of a local restaurant just crossing their fingers and hoping fans walk by, they can actively capture that attention in real time. It's about turning passive foot traffic into active digital transactions.
Moving right along to Section 2, exploring the ecosystem, also known as the Florida Sports Economic Grid.
What's really fascinating here is how the ecosystem doesn't just use a cookie-cutter approach. It actually tailors itself to specific regional worlds across Florida. For example, in Gainesville, it's all about capturing that intense college football Gators energy and tapping into the massive NAIL, name, image, and likeness culture. But if you shift up to Jacksonville, the focus completely pivots. There, it's a family world centered around jumbo shrimp baseball, boosting small business visibility, and supporting local food vendors. And down in Orlando, Tampa, and Miami, it targets the broader tourism, nightlife, and transportation sectors. It's deeply localized commerce that speaks directly to what each city cares about most.
Now for Section 3, the user personas. Who exactly benefits from this ecosystem?
To really grasp this operating system, we have to look at the people actually using it to earn revenue. And it's a wonderfully diverse group. You've got local businesses using a smart advertising system to push out geo-targeted mobile offers, like sponsoring tailgates. Then you've got gig workers, like your Uber and Lyft drivers, doing what's called Uber-side monetization. They just display QR codes in their cars and earn referral payouts when passengers scan them to buy tickets or claim restaurant deals during the ride. Meanwhile, artists and creators use a dedicated monetization layer to build sponsor revenue, and fans get hooked into a rewards economy with loyalty points. Literally, everyone gets a piece of the pie.
Section 4, the marketplace engine, and a look at the technical stack.
So how is all this actually possible? Well, that brings us to the multi-layered technical stack they call the marketplace engine. At the absolute foundation of this is the Notary Chain Evidence Registry. Think of Notary Chain as an ironclad digital notary. It uses cryptographic hashing to take any piece of digital content, maybe a sponsor's logo or a creator's audio track, and gives it a unique, undeniable digital fingerprint. This turns it into a secure, hashable evidence object. It's a structural guarantee that creative assets are verified, tracked, and securely owned by the creators themselves.
For artists and creators, this system operates on a really strict, auditable two-step model. Step 1 is content upload and evidence creation. That's where you secure your asset with that digital fingerprint so your ownership is permanently on the record. Step 2 is campaign activation. This is where you put that asset to work in ad campaigns or streams to generate measurable audience touches. It makes total sense, right? You lock down the rights first, and then you monetize the activity.
And when a campaign actually starts generating revenue, those funds don't just get dumped into one big, confusing pile. The system uses assigned wallet-based accounting containers to automatically isolate the money. It cleanly separates out the service fees, the 50% artist royalties, the net treasury, and even sets aside a specific tax reserve. This ensures absolute transparency and zero commingling of funds. You know exactly where every single cent is going right from the jump. Talk about solving a massive trust issue for creator payouts.
Which leads us to Section 5, Sound Money Treasury, and Preserving Net Retained Value.
Let's look at the post-settlement phase. Once all those fees and royalties are automatically routed to their proper wallets, what happens to the net retained value? Well, the sources detail a really fascinating integration with the Alpine Gold Exchange and the United Precious Metals Association, or UPMA, and this offers a highly disciplined wealth preservation strategy.
Instead of relying on volatile, speculative crypto hype that promises you overnight riches, this platform roots its treasury in disciplined, sound money. We are talking about the ability to convert your digital campaign earnings directly into goldbacks, which, if you don't know, are actual spendable physical gold notes, or into gold and silver denominated UPMA accounts. It is such a cool concept. You're bridging the gap from digital, fleeting attention straight into physical, historically stable assets. Just picture that, going from a QR code scanned in an Uber outside a stadium directly into physical gold in your portfolio. No way, right? But it's real.
Finally, Section 6, Everyone Participates, and the broader economic impact.
Bringing this all together, we really see the massive economic impact of replacing the old model of value extraction with this new model of value contribution. By combining that cryptographic evidence for asset security, strict wallet accounting for total transparency, and sound money discipline for actual wealth preservation, the ecosystem ensures that creators, drivers, and local businesses actually own and keep the revenue generated from their local attention. Everyone participates in the marketplace isn't just a slogan here, it's baked into the code.
This platform completely redefines the local sports economy. The fans get rewards, the artists get royalties, the drivers earn commissions, and the local businesses get measurable foot traffic. So the only question left for you is to figure out how you fit into this new digital landscape. Think about it. Will your next trip to the stadium just be a regular day out? Or will it be the day you actually turn a tailgate into physical gold?